Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Ascension. In today's episode, we'll be doing a couple of things. We'll be finishing the BHH, which, as you can see, we've made huge progress on. It's almost completely to deep slate level, and we actually have a new tool that we can use for that, coral fans. Okay, so we'll be able to make the TNT duper and blow the rest of this whole smithereens because honestly I can't be bothered. And on top of that, my picks can't be bothered to do that. Oh, what? Okay, yeah, let's go take a look at how beat up these things are. Because, oh my heck. So I fully repaired everything after the end dragon fight, right? That's right. 4.5 pickaxes so far, just digging this little, well, I guess it's not a little hole. It's a big honking hole. But digging that hole, and our elytra are also messed up. I'm using my spare elytra right now. They haven't um put enchantments on yet. So not only will we be building the slime farm in today's episode, or blasting it down at least, we'll also be making an ender. We'll just use a quick design that Nimbom made a couple years back, actually. A link is in the description box down below. But yeah, that shouldn't take any time at all, really. And we'll try decorating it for the first time in today's video. And to do that, we'll need some bamboo wood for the design style that I'm thinking we'll use. We'll need cherry and bamboo. So we'll make just a starter bamboo setup too to get started. We have a lot going on in today's episode, so stay tuned. So, well, here we're just about to build the TNT duper. We have everything we need for it right here. I'm basically just copying Sassy Fish's tutorial that will be linked in the description box down below. So, but let's do it. First of all, you place the lever and the sticky piston the correct way, as opposed to the wrong way, which is what I just did. And then we put a detector rail with our minecart right here. Then another, if I remember correctly, then we put the fence. Okay, let's extend this a little bit. We put the fence here. The TNT is gonna go under there. We'll put on the TNT last. TNT will go under there along with these other blocks that are also going to go on last, I just realized. Okay, let's... Much harder to do this in survival than creative when you can't just, like, shift down. Okay, which is part of the whole point of the series. Unironically. And we put that there. And then, theoretically, whenever we... Oh, we also need this coral fan. This is a very important step, actually. We need this coral fan. It will die. That's totally fine. In fact, I could have killed it before this. Oh, yep, see? There it goes. So now, as long as we did everything right, this should dupe. And it doesn't work. Oh, there we go. So, yep, now we can basically just... Wow. Oh, that's so satisfying. Yeah, we basically just dupe ourselves into a huge, huge hole. And we'll lose the deep state, but I honestly don't care at this point. So, I mean, okay. So I'm going to make a machine to do this um, more automatically, but that requires more slime. So I'll keep popping back in here, killing slime that I see, because it takes, these are 9, 6, 54 slime balls to make each module, and that's my main holdup right now. I could rig this up to a clock already and have it run, but if it's just a clock running one TNT module, it's not really worth it. Um, so yeah, once I have another couple modules, then I'll put them on clocking. But, I mean, honestly, right now I might just keep doing this manually because it's kind of fun. So, I was having fun with TNT, and I actually just died for the first time during these episodes being recorded. Like, I died before when I was getting, like, the basic stuff, but I hadn't ever, like, died with, yeah, well, I've actually been recording this series. So, oh, that's one way to repair your elytra. So yeah, I lost those 55 levels, which just means I definitely need to XP farm now. And now I need to resort my inventory, but other than that, I mean, whatever, it's not hardcore, thankfully. And honestly, this is why it's not hardcore, is so I can derp and not feel too bad. I was just jumping down here to check, see if there's like anything interesting down here. And then my corpse was the interesting thing down here. And here we are over at um my main it's not really a layer, main base of operations. And I spent a lot of time off camera going back and collecting all of the or most of the items that I had over at the starter setup and flying around trying to find some of the new archaeology bits and um, trying to find cats actually. So I need your guys' help. We have 3 cats. We have 2 cats that need a name. This one is named Willow because that's my cat's name. So we need a name for this guy. If you want to suggest a color too, that would be awesome. And not Callie over here. She's a beautiful calico with um, full-on heterochromia. I mean, one blue eye, one yellow eye. Like, that's just awesome and adorable. So, yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Okay, but we we got cats. Whoa. For we got cats not only because cats, but also because we'll be making a gunpowder farm in a future episode with cats. We'll just be using them to scare the creepers and to drop tube and then, we kill them. But yeah, along with all those things, we found a bunch of bamboo. This isn't nearly enough bamboo to make, like, hardly anything. Like, sure, this might last this one project that we're doing, but we're just gonna make a temporary bamboo setup by um, just plastering bamboo everywhere. Nothing exciting. So, all that bamboo I had in that shulker box, well, here it is. It's, um, yeah, it's a swiftly growing field. I mean, Yeah, I bit off a little bit more than I could actually fill in, but that's no problem. And since we're building XP farm soon, I'm just gonna use my normal sword to harvest it. I can't be bothered. We eventually want to make a setup with um, a flying machine. However, you need slime for that. And we also need the slime for building a BHH maker. So, yeah, we'll, we'll do that eventually. Right now, we'll just use this manual farm. Um, I actually had someone else's video that I wanted to address here. So, I watched a video recently from Nico is Lost, link in description box, of course, where he claimed that bamboo farms were, how did he put it exactly? Breaking Minecraft. Um, and I just wanted to address this in case this is a, um, like, common, prevalent thing. So, the thing about bamboo wood is yes, it's easy to harvest. You can make huge amounts of it with relatively low effort, and you don't need a bunch of redstone knowledge that other farms usually require. It also requires no player interaction, so it already is about the same level as another tree farm, so you would think. That's the thing, though, where what bamboo doesn't have going for it that the other farms do is you have to craft this stuff. Like, sure, if you're saving you're saving time by not having to AFK at a normal tree farm design with the bamboo setup, but you have to reinvest that time into active crafting, which in my opinion is worse. Like, I mean, we could do like that, and that's not too bad to do once, but you have to make like a whole setup for bamboo crafting, whereas with another tree farm, you just get the wood planks as drops. You do have to set up like a blast chamber and a piston conveyor belt for that, and that's pretty prohibitive to the average player. But the experienced player is going to want to skip all that effort. And so building a full-on nether tree farm to do that all for them, I think will still be the default route for a lot of um, a lot of big builders that are really pushing the limits of what they can do. I think this is just a big time save for people that don't want to build like super technical farms but want a lot of wood. I think it makes the technical scene a little bit more accessible for people with this invention or invention adaptation of bamboo. So yeah, I don't think it's ruining Minecraft at all. I mean, there are people saying that shulker boxes would ruin Minecraft or limit creativity, but really, collect moving all your items is just a huge pain in the butt, and collecting wood is one of those basic necessities that you just always need to do. Like all the cool thing about bamboo farms is it doesn't really remove other options as possibilities like shulker farm or shulker shells kind of did. They just make it so that if you just need a stock standard wood and you can't be bothered by a bunch of redstone, then you have easy access to a ton of wood. Um, you can't get every single wood type from bamboo, obviously, and there are still better ways to do it, so I don't think this breaks the game at all. Also, for those of you wondering why pigs are in this little hole, it's because they like my carrots. And it's getting really annoying placing all the bamboo and having them like chase after me and me accidentally breeding them while I was placing it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of that with that bamboo. I personally think it's great, both as like a builder, like this stuff is cool, and it's cool that you can strip it too. Like that's a really cool texture. But not only Ooh, and that's a really cool texture too. Like you can make like bamboo tiles with that. And it has two different pigments. But yeah, we have this cool new build stuff. And sure, there's easier automatic wood farming, like less technical, I guess, but the less technical route always should involve a little bit more grind. And that's exactly what bamboo does. So I think it fits within Minecraft's ecosystem pretty naturally. Yeah, I really like this edition. Okay. Oh, just to go along that, something else I just realized is that bamboo planks or bamboo logs only give 2 wood. That's also huge. So for every bamboo plank, you need um 4.5 bamboo. So right here, I have less than a plank just with this. So I mean, let's not die. She's drowned. So not only like I think sticks are even more efficient, right? Because 2 bamboo for 1 stick. Um, a plank is 2 sticks, right? So yeah, like making like sticks out of bamboo planks is actually worse by half a bamboo than just making the sticks out of them. So they did a really good job balancing bamboo, I feel like too. I just realized I'm about to go to the mushroom fields biome that's nearby. I don't know if I've actually shown where it is on camera, so there's our start, our main base of operations, and we just fly a little bit to, what is this, like the southeast or something? Southeast. And we should be here any minute, any second. Yep, there we are. So yeah, I'm just going to harvest some of these. They're instamine, which is awesome. And yeah, then we'll get some clay. I have um what do you call that, lush caves biome relatively close by to the south here that I found while I was exploring. Um so we'll get some clay and I'll turn it into bricks and then I'll meet you guys back. Waiting for the lava, waiting for the lava, waiting for the lava, lava gonna be so slow. So as you have seen in the intro, we are going to be building an under yes, but Fairycore, because that's gonna be my main build palette, at least here in the beginning, that we're going to try. So, um, the main thing that we have to keep in mind with an ender is that we need spawnable surfaces in our farm, but nowhere else in the farm. So that's a little difficult, but really not that bad to manage. We don't need a big collections area. Um, so we'll mostly be um, designing the interior, and I want to make the interior of the farm accessible so we can go in and look at it for inspiration. We have a ton of materials, which you will see here. All of these are chock full, well, they were chock full until I took stuff out, of what we'll be using to build this thing. We won't be using all of this, I just want to have everything that I might need, because it's kind of the worst to, like, need something and then realize that you have to go all the way back. So I kind of hoarded all the supplies we could have needed. So I think now is a great time to talk about vision with this. So this is the end. There's just void, empty space, and I think that's what we'll be going for. We have lots of black concrete or gray concrete that we'll be using for outlines in a hyper-modernist, or I think just modern kind of way. And we'll be not only outlining with the concrete, but we'll also break it up by um, bleeding it into brick and the new cherry wood. We can see how that looks with this. We can fill with mushroom blocks and cherry. We will be using this mostly as flooring and interior stuff. Oh, I forgot spruce. Well, I don't really care about the spruce block. I really only care about the spruce trapdoors because those are gorgeous. Well, shoot. We have enough of everything else. Soul sand is for soul lanterns. Yeah, we're gonna make multiple levels. We won't be using a drop tube like iJeffing's design. We'll just be using something closer to nem bombs where they just are attracted to the endermite and run up into a little tube where you kill them. So we'll be using a combination of a couple of different sections that they can run to just for like the height variation. But we'll have to be careful that they can all see the endermite because otherwise the farm is just going to be less efficient even though it looks cooler. And I'm not about that life. We want to make a cool and efficient farm. That. So, yeah, that. Okay, let me get outlining and I'll be right back. Okay, I suppose now would be a good time to mention, but I'm not actually doing any of this in creative mode first. This is all survival. Um, Not even poking into creative mode to check out block palettes. Nope, we're seeing this for the first time together. And I have to say, for this situation, I think I actually like the... It's hard because Cherry is cute, but... I mean, okay. Honestly, I could see this side being bamboo and this side being cherry. Because over here on this side, we're going to have like the brick factory area. Because Fairycore, Space Fairycore engine room furnace thing. Okay, yeah. Um, and yes, this is going to be like a fairy spaceship, by the way, but like a very flat spaceship. Okay, it's not really a spaceship at all. Whatever. Um, Fairycore excelled farm, Enderman farm. If a demented space fairy built an Ender. So, yeah, I think I like bamboo. The real trick about all this is trying to build it, um, and keep it spawn proof so I don't die. That is quite the trick. I mean, not that I'm really worried about dying, but the less dying I do, the happier I am. And I'm thinking we want, like, portholes. Portholes? Here's where we're at so far. Our Fairycore spaceship is coming along nicely. Not sure about this outer ring, but we have a little courtyard that I'll be putting the actual spawning platforms in. I'll put some elevated a little bit and then like some in the middle here flush. And we'll have to use that same trapdoor trick that we used on to get these bottom bone blocks in place. Because I would really like the that texture. But you can't get that texture if you place it sideways, even if you're placing above it. See? So in order to get that mosaic-ish texture, I'll have to do that trapdoor trick, but that's not a huge deal. Inside, I still need to work on the connecting bits, you can see. But inside, I have I don't really want to say innovative, like floor plan. It's like a double split level. But, yeah, these, I calculated it, and this is actually not enough space for an Enderman spawn to, even though it's basically 3 blocks. Trapdoors are about 18 centimeters high, where um, Endermen need 290 block or centimeter. I'm saying that right, right? Yeah, 290 centimeter space to fit into. So this is only like 282. So it's 8 centimeters shy of Enderman being able to spawning to, which I think is awesome. And yeah, you can see here 250 centimeters because 2.5 blocks. So definitely safe. And we have this as like our staircase. I need to figure out the middle bit still. And I'm not sold on having the trapdoors like this, but it is starting to come together. Yeah, I'm half relatively okay. Well, I'm not happy with that if I want to like put flesh, but I'm really happy with how this is turning out. It's taking a really long time. Honestly, I've been working on this thing for like 10 to 12 hours, I want to say. Because this is design and building it in survival. I also died like twice. One was because I was goofing around with the endermite. Goofing around meaning taking off all my armor because thorns. I killed my first endermite. But I think the second time was because I looked at an enderman. I had a too high carpet right here, and for whatever reason, I couldn't get over because I was derping too much. Getting attacked is hard mode. I have no chest plate. And yeah, I died twice, and thankfully didn't lose anything to the void like the other time. I died earlier in the episode too, and I lost my Silk Touch pick. We don't die when I'm fighting the Ender Dragon or when I'm fighting like shulkers, but yeah, when I'm just building, I die. I mean that's kind of typical actually. Like when you're not really prepared for it is when it happens, but yeah, this is why I didn't do the series on hardcore. Not only like can you die in creative mode, which would be a little ironic for hardcore. Wow, that's a truly atrocious Minecraft sound. Not only would that be atrocious, but I don't want the extra stress of um hardcore when we're just trying to make a cool world. Extra stress, the only real benefit is like bragging rights, but you know, I'll be fine without extra bragging rights. Okay, I want to finish up these massaging ends and then we'll see how our tree spaceship is going. I want to go through and talk about what just happened there because a lot of changes happened off camera and some of the audio files got deleted. Well, they got messed up. So my overall vision for this area was an ender that was close to a fairy spaceship, and I feel like we have some elements that really worked and some that didn't work as well. I really like the leaves on the top. They give it that kind of fairycore vibe of overgrown um building that got spruced up or decorated up. There's no actual sprucing here, but yeah, I really like um the leaves here. The main thing that I don't like is actually the shape of it. You can see that there's no control capping, that it would be right here. I was envisioning originally having another spawning area over here that the Endermen are attracted to, but like just kind of ran out of timing. Was already getting really sick of this project. But yeah, I just Enderman would spawn everywhere because I didn't want them. Enderman would spawn, and like I'm really glad that I did it. Me, or I would be happy around with how the Endermite has gone so far, but because I think I'd like to finish it up on another episode. But I also, besides having everywhere, I didn't want them. Couple wings and having a control. Like I'm really glad that I did it. I also envisioned having the access how this thing has gone so far. Ender pearls taking from here. I think I'd like to finish transported out to the back here. I also, to serve besides as, like, having the propellant couple wings and having a control, both like to dispose of the ender pearls because so many having ender pearls, access, and also to look cool and have like ender pearls taking from here, shooting out the back here, transported out to the back here to honestly serve as like a little propellant iron. For I didn't want to invest ironing both like to dispose of the ender pearls because so many ender pearls, and I also didn't want also to look cool and have like ion go with the water stream, mostly because I would have to do some serious reworking of the area. Honestly, we're a little lacking in iron. I didn't want to invest eventually, I do want to do that, but when I was working on hopper chain, all the design, I also didn't want to wasn't fitting go with into the water stream, mostly because I would have to do some serious on this thing and reworking of mostly the area because I died and didn't have a distinct eventually I do want to do that, but when I was working on that's one of the design I ended up really liking about this build actually wasn't fitting into the schedule. I already spent like 20 hours working on this thing, but mostly because I died and didn't have a distinct let's go over to the area that I'm talking about. This picked out. The purple, that's one of the things I ended up really liking about this. Really worked, along with the lamps too. The white and gray is the pretty stock standard, but I went with the copper non-concrete white just to give it some more texture, like in Fairycore. But I really like yellow and orange of the copper. Really purple of the along with the lamps contrasted with the yellow. The white and gray is copper. Kind of bridges the gap. I went with a if you think of a color wheel, non-concrete these are just to give it some more texture, opposing like colors. But I really like this triple whammy. And now I can't think of the word. Purple of the amethyst contrasted with the yellow. And this copper this is kind of bridges the gap in between those two colors. So if you think of a color wheel, them merge without being too high contrast. Opposing colors. I really like having breaking this, but I'm not at all sold on how I use complementary. I think that it needed to bulge out a little bit more those two colors, so it kind of like lets them merge without being too high contrast. And Jing's on the back of the ship. I really like having breaking this, but I'm not I really like at all sold on how I use it. I think the shape of that it needed to bulge out a little bit more some work in order to give the illusion of like I'll work on that a little bit in the future, and I'll keep that in mind for future builds too. And Jing's on the back of the ship. I really also like the mushroom blocks. Yeah, mushroom blocks aren't something that I get that I
I really
see a
like the
lot,
palette.
but I feel like they
I
really
think
work with the
the
Fairycore
shape of
design.
the builds
They go well
needs
with the
some
leaves,
work.
and I'll work
The
on that a
bone
little bit in the
blocks,
future,
which
and I'll
kind
keep
of
that in mind
threw me
for
for a
future builds too.
surprise. That bone and
I
mushrooms
really
would go
also
well
like
together.
the
That's something
mushroom
that you
blocks.
would
Mushroom blocks aren't something
expect more in like a
that I see a
creepy,
lot,
but I
kind
feel like
of
they really work with the
builds. I
Fairycore
feel
design. Like bone
they go well
mushrooms,
with the
but for
leaves,
Fairycore it worked
and
pretty
the
well.
bone blocks, which kind of threw
I
me
also
for a
really
surprise.
like that bone and
The
mushrooms
interior of
would go well
this
together.
engine
That's
room, like
something
the
that you would
split levels.
expect more in like a creepy
That's not something
kind
that I
of
see done a lot,
builds.
especially
I
not
feel
like
like
the full
like bone
trapdoor
mushrooms, but for
floor around
Fairycore it
and under
worked
ender.
pretty well.
Um,
Um,
yeah,
I also
I think
really
it's really
liked
cool that this
the
like
interior
just
of
enough
this
space
engine room, like the
for the
split
player to feel
levels.
like it's 3 blocks without
Um,
actually. That's
um,
not something that I see done a lot, especially
triggering the
not like the
Enderman
full
to teleport into
trapdoor
there.
floor around and under ender.
Um,
Yeah,
Overall,
I think it's really cool that
um,
this provides just enough space
I really like
for
the
the player
palette.
to
I
feel
kind of
like
wish
it's
that
three
we'd
blocks
use some
without
more older
actually.
textures,
That's something that I'll try working
triggering the Enderman
future builds, just
to
because
teleport into there.
like I really like the newer
Um,
textures and the
yeah.
newer blocks.
Overall, um,
And we have some old classics in here,
I
but
really like the palette.
I
It
kind of
feels a
wish that
little
we'd use some more
alienated
older
from
textures, and
the game I
that's
grew up
something that I'll
playing.
try
There's not
working in future
any
builds,
like
just
stone or
because
oaking this whole
like I
build,
really like the
which
newer
was
textures
kind of the point, but
and the newer
I think I'd
blocks.
like to try to include
And we
some of
have
those
some
older
old classics in
textures
here, but
in here too. It feels a little
just to make it feel
alienated
even more
from
homey and a little
the
more
game I grew
Fairycore.
up playing.
There's not
However, for any like
modern
stone or
Fairycore
oaking this whole
builds.
build,
Yeah,
which was
really liking
kind of the
a lot
point,
of the
but
design choices. Not
I think I'd
everything,
like to
like I said,
try to
mostly it's the palette that I
include
like.
some of those older
And
textures
we'll come back
in
and
here
rework the
too.
shape, just to
But
make it feel even
in the
more homey
meantime,
and a little more Fairycore.
um,
I
however,
think
for
that modern
will be
Fairycore
all for
builds,
this episode.
yeah,
In between
really
episodes, I'll
liking
be
a lot of the
um
design choices.
fixing
Not
up my
everything,
stuff, and
like I said,
we'll
mostly it's the palette that I
go
like.
work on our rocket
And we'll
situation.
come back and
We're
rework
going
the shape.
to
Be building a
but
farm that
in the
will get us
meantime,
some gun power. You'll get to
um,
see which one
I
it is in
think
the next
that
episode. In the
will
meantime,
be
if you
all
liked,
for
be
this
sure to like
episode.
and
In between
subscribe,
episodes,
and I'll see
um
you guys with
fixing
another
up
one.
my stuff, and
See ya!
we'll go work on our rocket situation. We're going to be building a farm that will get us some gun power.
You'll get to see which one it is in the next episode. In the meantime, if you liked, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys with another one. See ya!